Hey guys, this is Pam Baldwin. What I wanted to do today was show you one of my favorite ways to use digital elements in my scrapbooking. So the thing that I do most often is turn my digital elements into printable elements and basically turn it into a hybrid type scrapbook layout. So it's not fully digital, it's not traditional paper products necessarily. These are digital elements that I've printed onto, for the most part, matte photo paper, and I'm going to use these to build a scrapbook layout. So what I'm working with today is Ali Edwards' digital version of the Story Kit Black and White. It's a really cool kit. There's a lot of black and white elements in it with pops of color throughout, and the prompts are just perfect. This is my kind of storytelling for sure. So the one that I was drawn to right away, like right from the very beginning, is this real life looks like this. This is pretty much the card that prompted the story that I wanted to tell. So this is one of the 3x4 cards that's included in the digital version of the kit. I've just put it onto, in Photoshop Elements, I just put it on, I didn't even have to do any editing to it, just dragged it up so it was on a 3x4 canvas and printed it onto matte photo paper. Another card that's included in the kit is just this black and white stripe, a really cool pattern there. And I've also got, this is one of the chipboard elements that's included in the kit, again turned into a printable, printed onto a 4x6 sheet of matte photo paper. I've got my photo here as well that's going along with the story that I want to tell. It's not like the world's best photo by any means, but it reflects exactly what I want to say with my story, which is that, so I'm going to use this rules to explain that one of the things that we say over and over again in our house is bathroom time is private time. And I'm pretty sure the translation of that for our family is bathroom time is family time, because no matter what time of day it is, but particularly in the mornings, you'll find all of us in there trying to get ready at the same time. Even the cat gets in on the action. So I'm going to use these printable elements now to build a really quick, really simple and clean looking 8.5 by 11 scrapbook layout. So I've got my supplies here. This is going to go really quick now because I've done pretty much my layout and design work, and I know where I want my pieces to go already when I was planning it out in Photoshop Elements. So I've got two 3x4s that are going to go near the top here. I'm going to put it around there along with my photo. I'll probably go back, I think I'm going to go back once I've got everything kind of adhered down and add maybe a bit of stitching to it and try to give it a bit more texture and pop it up a bit in some spots. But for now, we're going to get started with these pieces. I've got my 4x6 pattern that's going to go right across the bottom here, just with a couple strips of adhesive. Right about there. Okay, so one of the things that I did was I knew I was working with the 3x4 and 4x6 size, so I typed my journaling out on a 4x6 piece or a 4x6 canvas in Photoshop Elements, and I'm just gonna trim it down to be a 3x4 size card and place it right on the top here, again with just a bit more adhesive. Pop it down there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do like it lined up as much as I can. I like the clean line look. Here's my other piece. I'm going to go ahead and just cut out this piece here that says rules. Sorry guys, I think sometimes I'm probably like the world's slowest scrapbooker. For as simple and clean as my layouts look, for some reason they take me a long time to put together some days. So I'm going to go ahead and just chop this out. I am going to get some foam dots, I think. I want to pop this one up a little bit more, kind of like how it would be the chipboard if I had the regular kit, which I do. I love these kits. Okay, so I also am planning on cutting out the pieces of my rules here. So this is actually just a font that makes it look like a label. It's called Impact Label Maker Pro. It's a freebie. You can find it, I think, on DeFont. And I think that I'm going to probably use my tiny attacher and staple some of these down, again, just to add a bit more texture and feel to it. I like having a bit of added dimension. So even if you're using digital products turned printable, everything doesn't have to be super flat. So foam dots are like a go-to for me. I use them all the time. I think I might have a bit of an addiction to them. Okay, and I need to find a spot to add the date on here somewhere as well. I'll probably use my ruler stamp, because I just like the look of those basic office supply type things, and it kind of goes along well with this font as well. Okay, so this is where I'm at so far. I'm going to take a bit of a break, go grab a few more supplies, and I'll show you how it comes together. Okay, so I'm back. I picked up a few more supplies here, starting with some foam dots. I'm just going to pop these onto the back of my cutout arrow. Use a couple of them to try to make sure that it doesn't collapse on me. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to position this so that it kind of is hanging off the edge of the card just a little bit. And I've got my title, well, not really title, I guess my rule here. Bathroom time is private time. It's a pretty reasonable rule, don't you think? One day, supposed to savor these moments of little kidness, right? Oh, I got a little bit of adhesive on there. Okay, I'll try to get that off later. All right, not perfect, but livable. Okay, so I've got my pieces adhered up. I'm going to add in a few staples. Actually, I thought that this could kind of be, this is just a tiny attacher. You can almost just use like staples as an embellishment itself, even though they serve a practical function of adhering things onto your page. Just go ahead and pop a couple in there to keep my grid together. I'll do one more. There we go. I'm going to do some on this side too. There we go. Okay, so I have just a few more things here that I think I'm going to add on. So this is actually a chipboard piece from the kit that just says the story, and I like the orange color. I think I'm just going to stick it onto the edge over here of my actual journaling, so that each piece has its own little bit of embellishing. Just pop it down at the bottom. I might anchor that with some staples or just leave it on its own. I don't know, I'll figure it out. And the last thing I have is another small chipboard piece. This is from the AM/PM story kit. Just have to get the backing off. There. And I'm just going to pop this kind of on the upper left side there. Okay, find a spot for the date. And this happened on August 25th. I've got some red ink. Red ink is kind of a go-to for me too. I love red. I'm going to pop it right in this diagonal space on the card. There we go. Oh no, it's got the wrong year. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to try to correct things on the fly here. Stamp over and see how it goes. Alright, clearly I'm going to have to go back and fix that. But that's my example, guys. So that is how my I use digital elements as printables to make a layout come together. And I will post some pictures of what my finished layout looks like. Obviously, I have a bit of correcting to do here. But I'll post some pictures. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you later.